How's it going, everybody? Now today we're going to take a look at the MSI Z490 Godlike motherboard, and I know it has been out for a bit, but we are planning to do a build with this board, so I thought rather just make a nice little unboxing, as well as it's my first impressions going over the board anyway. I have seen some other videos on it, but it's my first time actually seeing it. So I'm pretty excited to take a look at it because this is one of the top of the range of boards.
Now, just before we get into the rest of the video, if you guys want to snag one of 4 Assassin's Creed Valhalla PC CD keys, definitely check the link in the video description where MSI and myself is having a giveaway. But they do also have a bunch of other campaigns as well, where you can get Assassin's Creed Valhalla anyway if you do purchase any selected MSI products, which I'll just leave the links down there in the description again. That one is running up till the 31st of December, and if you do also buy any other selected MSI products for their Black Friday giveaways, you are able to get some Steam vouchers ranging between $20 to $60, and all you need to do is supply your proof of purchase with, again, other links in the video description, and you are set to go to get either Valhalla for free, either with the giveaway or through MSI again, or some Steam vouchers. So yeah, definitely check that out.
But anyway, let's quickly take a look at the Mega Z490 Godlike, and this is a heavy box, so we're gonna get a pretty beefed up motherboard right here. Now you can see here on the box that we do have a dual Thunderbolt 3 ports, which I'm excited for. We do also have a 10 gigabit Ethernet, 2.5 gigabit, and also Wi-Fi 6. Nice cooling solution with actually fans on the VRMs. That's the first time I'm actually seeing that, I believe. Now they might have put that on other boards, but it's the first time that I'm personally seeing it on a board, so that's also cool. And then also you get like extreme power, this power phase design. So there's a lot going on here. But anyway, let's quickly see how we open up this bad boy right here. And then we get actually 2 pieces that we take out. This one, which we'll just leave there for now. And then also one that's significantly lighter. All right, so let's take a look at the lighter one first. It's probably just going to be all of our goodies. So there we can see we do have our Wi-Fi and antenna. We do have our Wi-Fi stand. Not going to go over everything too much here. Get a cable for something, I'm not too sure, but this is something that's pretty cool. So along with the board, and I'm not also sure if anybody else really does this. I know MSI did it for a couple of their previous boards, where you actually get a M.2 PCI Express full-size card, where you can actually put 2 M.2s on the board here, and then you can easily RAID them, or if you just need some more storage space, you can also add that along, even though the motherboard does have 3 PCI Express cards. So if you do want to go overkill with storage, then this is just a nice little inclusion. It actually needs PCI Express power, so there we go. And it also has a fan to cool your M.2s. And you can see as well, I'm not sure if you guys can see, it's a full-size PCI Express slot, but it only goes around halfway. It's always nice to get some additional connections like that, where you don't need to actually go buy that separately, although you do pay quite a lot for this board. So let's take a look. We get a necklace thingy right there, and then the board itself. Now, as for pricing, currently what I could see is that it's retailing for around $750 on Newegg, or around 18,000 Rand for here in South Africa. And it's up there for some of the most expensive motherboards. So let's take out this massive board. Now again, we are planning to do a build with this one, so definitely check out the link in the description for our main channel, We Do Tech. It's going to be on there.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So here it is. And as you guys can see, it's a massive board with a lot of armor plating for additional cooling. Now it is an E-ATX motherboard, so it's larger than the standard one. So just make sure if you do purchase this one, you get a large enough case as well, which if you are able to buy this board, you probably already have something quite large. Now, this isn't going to be an entire full review or anything. I'm just quickly gonna go over some of the features and so on. Now, it does use the newish LGA 1200 socket from Intel, so that one right there. And even though it's not the newest, it should still be supported with a Rocket Lake coming out next year, I believe. And a good thing as well, apparently Rocket Lake is going to support PCI Express 4.0, which currently the 10th gens don't support that, so it's only 3rd gen PCI Express 3 for those, but the board is already capable of PCI Express 4 with their M.2s and then also for your PCI Express. So that's pretty cool. Good future proofing for that if you buy this board and next year you don't necessarily want to buy a new board because you already spent so much money on a board, where you can just slot in a new CPU and it should work. Now, of course, this is going to be a beast of a motherboard to overclock with, because it does feature a 16+1+1 phase design for your VRM setups. So I'll leave a link in the video description if you want to see exactly what components they're using. There's a nice spreadsheet going over all of that, and then also some of the other boards available. So you'll be able to see just how it compares everywhere, but it's pretty much kitted out to the max right there. You do have nice beefy coolers for your VRM. And again, I'm not sure if you can actually see it, but behind the IO cover right here, you do actually have 2 small little fans to help cool the VRMs even more. So I'm not sure how loud that's going to be. Maybe it can get loud, but it's definitely going to help out with the cooling, which you don't want your VRMs to get hot. So there we go, you do have that. Now then, moving on to the memory, of course you do get a DDR4 DIMM slot right here that does support a max of 128 gigs, and then also memory up to 5 gigahertz. Now you should be able to get a bit more than out of that if you do overclock, but 5 gigahertz with just an XMP profile overclock is definitely not bad. And we are seeing that Ryzen, especially now, they want faster memory, so you might want to check that out. Now, I did just do a review on the T-Force Nighthawk memory, which was 4,000 megahertz, so you can pop that on if you want to, or even go higher than that. So you do have a lot of options here. Now, here on the side, you do actually get an OLED display, which can showcase different temps and so on. Again, I haven't entirely checked that out, but you should be able to see like your temps, your overclock voltage. You should be able to probably display a custom GIF there as well. So that's just cool, easy to see if something is maybe overheating or exactly what's your CPU running at, instead of having a software like on your PC where you actually need to look at that. Just glance over to your PC and check it right there. But moving a bit downwards, so you do have 3 PCI Express 16X slots right here, and then also a tiny one right there just sitting in the corner. Now, these again are a PCI Express 4.0, so later on next year, once Intel does support PCI Express 4, you should be able to get the benefit out of that. Although currently, even with the new GPUs being out, NVIDIA, the RTX 30, whatever, 3080, 90, and 70, those ones are PCI Express 4.0, but Gamers Nexus did already do a video on if there's a performance difference, and there's not really, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. But anyway, so yeah, it does feature also MSI's armor, so if you do install your GPU, you don't have to worry about your board bending too much. Then next up, for storage, you do have plenty of that. You do have your 6 SATA ports down here, but honestly, who cares about that anymore? Because you do get 3 M.2s right here, I believe, or is there one at the back? Nope, all 3 are down here underneath the heat spreader. So just take off the heat spreader and you should be able to get access to your M.2s. Again, also all 3 of them are PCI Express 4.0. So if you do have nice fast memory, which we also have some videos coming out about those, you should be able to get some nice speeds. And then of course you do have your other expansion card, which you can slot into possibly the bottom PCI Express slot, and then you'll be able to get 5 M.2s, which is crazy. All right, so that's pretty much it for most of the main features of the board. Let's quickly just go over some of the additional connections that you get. So for power, you do get a dual 8-pin CPU power connections right there, which should supply enough power for your CPU. And then also your standard 24-pin for the motherboard power. But I do also see that you do have a 6-pin down here, which I'm not exactly sure what it is for, possibly for some additional power for your PCI Express or overclock. Again, I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully we can put just a link or a text down here explaining what it is for. But anyway, moving on to, let's go over your fan connection. So you do have your one CPU fan right there, 1, 2, 3. So it looks like you have 10 PWM fan headers, so fans is not going to be a problem. Now, as for RGB connections, you do have a 5-volt addressable RGB header right here. You do have additional one, I can't seem to find it, right there. And then also you do have a standard RGB 12 volt right here and possibly there as well. And then also you do actually get a Corsair connection right there. So if you do run Corsair fans, strips and all of that, you control everything through your IQ software. You can actually connect everything straight to the motherboard instead of you needing like a Commander Pro or control unit or anything. Just connect it straight to the motherboard, which I honestly do like. I hope to see more of this implemented in the future. Now down here as well, you do have your dual BIOS switch and you do have your force retry and also your OC button right here. So you'll be able to go set that inside the software. You do have a reset button right here and then also your power button, which you can just easily, without needing to connect it to your case, you can just quickly test it right there. Now you do also have your LED switch here, which looks just to be a turn on and off switch. So you have your USB 3.2 Gen 2 type C connection right here for your front I/O. And then also you get 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 type A connections right here, which will be able to give you up to 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 front panel connectors. Now then, as for your I/O, you do have your flash BIOS button right here, and then also your clear CMOS button. Nice handy if you just quickly want to update your BIOS or so on, especially if you want to go for the new CPUs being released again next year. That's going to be easy to do. You do also get 2 USB 2.0 ports and then also a PS2 connection, which I'm still not exactly sure why you get that really. Possibly people still use that, but I think it's a minuscule amount. So I'm not sure. Take it away and give me just more standard USBs. Even USB 2s are fine. Then you also get a 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 type A ports. You do get 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 type A ports. And then you also, what I'm honestly really glad to see this, you do get 2 Thunderbolt 3 type C connectors. Now we'll go and we'll talk over that a bit later, but that is a awesome feature if you are a content creator. Also your flash BIOS USB is right here. But also a nice feature for content creators is that you do get 2 Ethernet connections right here, with the one running at a 2.5 gigabits a second and then the other one 10 gigabits a second. So if you run off a NAS or running off a network, that is really going to help out. Even just having one 10 gigabit is already very awesome to see. And I'm glad to see that we actually get that in more boards these days. You also get your Wi-Fi 6 connection right here, which should also support the Bluetooth 5.1, I believe. And then you get a nice set of audio connections with proper audio DACs. You get the Realtek ALC 1220 codec and ESS Saber 9018 Q2C combo DAC. So take that for what you will. So that is pretty much it. Now I haven't taken a look at the back yet, but you just get a standard layout really here. You do have some nice extra protection armor here for all of your additional VRM setup right there, and then also for just to support the board for some other stuff if you're very heavy with your board. But just quick, I want to talk about that Thunderbolt connection. So if you're a content creator like we are and you have external hard drives or even external GPU enclosed GPUs, which that's not really going to work. But if you run external Thunderbolt hard drives or SSDs, then that is going to be awesome to work off of. We just got the Sabrent Rocket Extreme or Rocket Q Extremes, Rocket Q, so Extreme Q, yeah. So we just got one of those, and it's a Thunderbolt external SSD, 4 terabytes. The thing is a beast. How fast it is. It's much faster than your standard, even USB 3.2 Gen 2 connections. So we edit off that thing, we do everything off that one, and it's honestly a dream to use it. So that is going to work really nicely if you just want some additional storage. Oh yeah, and then just you do have your RGB there and there. I forgot to say that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my quick look at the MSI Z490 Godlike motherboard. Again, we are going to do a build with this board. So if you want to check that out, definitely check out the main channel, We Do Tech. We're going to do it up there. But yeah, anyway, if you guys want to win one of 4 Assassin's Creed Valhalla CD keys for PC, definitely, again, check out the link in the video description for some of MSI's other features. And then also, if you guys want to check out some for other channels, link down there as well. But that is pretty much it. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment like always. And I'll check all of you next time. Cheers, guys.